Charlwood IFA are both independent financial advisors and discretionary investment managers. They specialise in investments, pensions and the management of the underlying funds. Managing Director Martin Charlwood founded the company in 1988 and has over 25 years of investment experience. So, why does Martin believe clients come to Charlwood IFA, and what makes Charlwoods different from other IFAs?
There are essentially two separate aspects to our business, these being the provision of independent financial advice and discretionary investment management. As independent financial advisors, I believe we're different and offer better value in a number of areas, but principally because, as well as advising upon and arranging investments and pensions, we also specialise with the ongoing management of the underlying funds. It's not a particularly well-known fact, but less than 2% of IFAs have the ability or the depth of knowledge to offer discretionary investment management, and it's this level of expertise which differentiates us from the other 98%. And let's face it, that's what can make the difference between a great investment and a bad one.
Michelle Sanders is the Investment Director at Charlwoods, with over 20 years of fund management experience, which extends to managing portfolios for large institutions in the billions. What can Michelle tell us about the investment process, and why does she believe Charlwoods think and act differently to other IFAs and discretionary managers?
When I arrived at Charlwoods, I was impressed on day one with the ethos and the culture of the firm, in particular how the client's interests are at the heart of everything we do. And I was looking to bring my experience managing money at an institutional level and combine it with the flexibility of a small company, providing our clients with both the personalised service and professionally managed portfolios that match their objectives. And having worked within a large corporation, it's really refreshing to be able to be part of this flexible work ethic. Managing money is a dynamic process. It's important to be able to act quickly should conditions change. And the beauty here is there's a quick reaction time between discussing and making decisions on the portfolios as the opportunities arise. And at Charlwoods there's a genuine recognition that we work as a team and the whole is only successful as the individual parts.
Talking of parts, there are of course many different aspects which contribute to the success of our investment offering. But in particular, we like clients to understand our investment philosophy. Now, I know Michelle is going to talk about investment philosophy in a little more detail later on, but when I talk about investment philosophy, what I really mean is a common sense approach to meeting clients' investment objectives. Unlike many institutions, we're able to manage the entire process in-house, from financial planning to advice, through to managing client portfolios. And of course this means we have a much greater understanding of our clients' requirements and in turn the ability to be able to translate these requirements into successful investment solutions.
We recognise that preserving our clients' wealth is equally as important as generating the gains. So managing money is a fine balance between maximising returns in a good environment but protecting those returns at times of heightened risk. It's easy to make the gains in good conditions, but markets rarely go up in a straight line, and how a manager deals with the tougher environments is often what defines their success. Our portfolios are structured to maximise returns on a risk-adjusted basis, and essentially that means we're selecting investments with a proven ability to generate good returns in a lower risk, lower volatility manner than their overall asset class. Rigorous diversification means that all of the investments are unlikely to move in the same direction at the same time. And the advantage to this approach is that we're able to build robust portfolios that both limit the downside when markets do fall, but capture growth over the medium to long term.
In summary, we believe it's the smaller, responsibly managed boutique nature of our organisation which permits us to create, manage and preserve wealth in an environment which maximises returns, but without taking unnecessary levels of risk. Our clients have come to know us and rely upon us as a safe pair of hands. It's a reputation which we're proud about. It's a reputation which we're immensely passionate about, and it acts as a guiding principle in all aspects of our wealth management offering.
Let's hear from some of Charlwood IFA's clients.
What a refreshing change to see people taking pride in what they do. A truly quality wealth management service. We're as pleased now as we were 20 years ago when we first started dealing with Charlwood IFA.
Several years ago, we became increasingly aware that the combined value of our estates required professional advice as to how best to reduce our potential inheritance tax liability. Charlwood devised a strategy to address these tax issues, and in doing so have added value in so many ways. Great investment performance, knowledge and expertise aside, it's often the little things that make the difference. If you need to speak with them, they're accessible and respond rapidly to queries, and these days this level of service is becoming a rarity. It's satisfying to be able to pick up the phone and speak to someone straight away who shows a keen interest and willingness to assist.
When we decided to retire, it was vitally important to us that the monies we'd accumulated should be put to work in order to meet our income requirements. Our accountant recommended we speak with Charlwood IFA. That was several years ago, and we've never looked back. Martin and his team have managed our money superbly to the extent that our portfolio has exceeded their performance benchmark by some considerable margin.